G'day everyone, it's Jay and welcome back to our Silverrun Forest first look / tutorial series, where today we're going to be taking a look at productions. And I'm going to go through a couple of different productions, and these are going to be, this is basically an introduction to productions. These would be the productions that I would purchase, or will probably purchase, when I start my playthrough. Now, obviously, this is Farming Simulator, and there is no right or wrong way just to play. These are just my opinions, and hopefully they will help you out. If you do find them helpful, please remember to give this video a like and earn my eternal gratitude. And if you're new to the channel and you want to learn more about Silverrun Forest, I will be doing plenty of videos, so make sure you subscribe. Alright, on that note, Silverrun Forest comes with 10 different productions, ranging from the paper factory all the way to the iron ore factory, and it has 2 sawmills. Now, I'm going to preface that by saying there are 2 sawmills. One is a production point, the other one is really a purchase point, and I would avoid the southern sawmill for buying inputs for your productions as much as you can. Yes, you are going to have to use it from time to time, but I would try and avoid it because they charge a premium price. For some products, you can buy, let's say, a pallet of planks, and that pallet of planks, well, the production will turn it into whatever product it will turn it into, but because of the high price you pay at the southern sawmill, you may only just break even, or you may end up making a loss on that product. Now, having said that, you start the game on new player mode, and these videos are aimed at new players. You start with $100,000. You have a forester, a chainsaw, a vehicle to transport logs, and a tractor with a winch. So you have everything you need to start out harvesting wood. That is obviously the first thing you're going to do no matter what. And just like base game, you're going to sell that wood. You're either going to sell it to a production facility, which will pay you even if you own it or you don't, or you're going to sell it to a sawmill. Same way as you sell your first couple of batches of crops in the base game. Alright, from there, let's decide, or let's look at the different production facilities, and we will see which ones make the most sense to buy once you've either built up a little bit of money and are in a position to actually start productions. So we'll quickly run through the different productions and what they take. So this is in order, well, no particular order. This was just an order. I think it shows up in order of the way they were purchased. But the paper roll factory, it only takes wood as an input. Bear that in mind. That'll become important in a minute. There's the barrel factory, which takes long planks and metal. There is the furniture factory, which takes either long planks or regular planks. The flooring factory, planks and long planks. The shingle factory only takes long planks. The art accessories factory, long planks again. The wood turner, this is a good one because it takes wood or long planks. The pet accessory factory takes wool and long planks. Bear that in mind. Wool is important, and I'll explain that in a minute. And then we have the pet accessories factory. Sorry, we just did the pet accessories factory. Then we have the old sawmill. This is one you should aim for as soon as possible. It is very expensive at $250,000, but it will become essential. And then finally, we have the iron furnace. So now that we know what the different productions require, let's narrow it down a little bit. The iron furnace, it's a little bit expensive at $180,000, but its inputs are free. Remember, there is an iron ore mine on the map in the northwest corner, and iron ore is free. So you can basically make metal. Well, you have to buy the furnace for $180,000, but you can make metal for free. And metal sells for actually a very high price, about $9,000 to $10,000 a pallet. So it's a really good investment. The other one that I really like is the paper factory. Again, it's about the same price as the iron ore factory, but it only requires wood. Rolls of paper and rolls of carton, I guess it's carton wood, they're also pretty good. And let me just find the price list. Paper roll, for example. Again, it sells for about $10,000 a roll. Wood, you have a good amount of wood to start out with. So, fairly cheap. You have to pay the, maintenance and fuel costs to harvest that wood, so it's a little bit pricier to own and operate than the paper factory is, but it will definitely turn a large profit a month. In fact, my experiments so far have shown that I can generate about $100,000 a month from the metal factory as long as I keep it fully supplied and stocked. Alright, having said that, like I said, you start out with $100,000 and all the equipment you need to harvest wood. This brings us to the wood turning workshop. This, I think, would be the one I purchased, or think will be the one I purchased first. Because again, it takes either planks as an input or wood. So one or the other. It's only $80,000, so you have enough money off the bat to be able to purchase this, and you'll be able to start productions without going into debt, and you'll be able to sell the products for a decent amount of money. Alright, so let's go back and we're going to look at the inputs again, or the outputs again, as I said. So there's staircase railings, there's pepper grinders, and there's wood bowls that it can all be made with just wood. You don't need any other productions yet. Staircase railings, premium price, offered at either the roller coaster or I believe Elm Creek, so you can make about $5,000 a pallet, which is pretty good off those. Pepper grinder and wood bowls, they're not quite as profitable. They range again from 3 to 4. I have seen them go up to $5,000, which is pretty decent. Overall, like I said, this factory costs about half of what either the paper mill costs or the iron ore factory, but it's only going to generate you about $50,000 to $60,000 versus $100,000 plus per month. Still, that's pretty good for its price. If you take this factory and you keep it well stocked and well supplied, you will probably be able to buy either the iron ore or the carton factory fairly quickly. Once that is said and done, out of those two, like once you started generating money from the wood turning factory, I would probably pick and choose. I'd pick and choose the iron ore factory, because metal's used for several different productions. Again, you need it for the roller coaster, and it can be sold, especially to Elm Creek, for a lot of money. So the iron ore factory, while it's going to cost you a little bit of extra money to start up, its return on investment is really, really good. Especially, again, and I can't emphasize this enough, apart from a little bit of time to drive the dumper from the iron mine down to wherever you place the iron ore factory, that's your only cost, is time. You don't have to pay gas and you don't have to pay maintenance. Whereas you do, as far as wood products go, like I said, you do have to pay maintenance and you do have to pay fuel on operating the equipment for those other productions. Now, a good way to save a little bit of money on the iron ore factory, well, it's not on the map. That's the key. So you have to find somewhere to place it. Your land starts just on this side. That's the vehicle dealer. Your land starts on this side of the railroad track. You're going to need wood anyway, so you might as well harvest this wood here. And the trees are full size, so you're going to get a lot of wood. You'll be able to clear this area in no time, and it makes a great spot for the iron ore factory. That way you don't have to find an extra 20, 30, 40,000, depending on the size of the plot, to put the iron ore factory down. Assuming you have the wood turner and the iron ore factory running, as I said, you're going to start making money pretty quickly. And I would probably say if you do a couple of contracts too, within the third month, you are going to be able to afford the northern sawmill. And by owning that, you are going to save a ton of money, because I can't remember the exact percentage, but the southern sawmill is a 30% premium. Let's double check those numbers. So at the southern sawmill, it's going to cost you $7,020 to buy a pallet of planks, which you can then, in a good month, turn around and sell for $4,000 to $5,000. That's an opportunity cost. Somebody argued in another video, it's worth it if it helps get you started, and I guess that's very true. That's a good point. But $3,000 difference in a pallet, again, that's going the opposite direction in terms of opportunity costs. If you were to take that $3,000 per pallet and put that towards the northern sawmill, again, it's going to add up pretty quickly. So, again, that's what I would do, is I would go with the wood turning factory. I would then go with the iron ore factory, run a whole bunch of contracts, and within 2 to 3 months, I should be able to invest in the northern sawmill. Once northern sawmill is up and running, well, there are all, well, I won't say all sorts, but you have your planks, you have your long planks, and where is it? There, these, you have your long beams, and you have, come on, Jay, find it. Wooden walls, or prefabricated walls. And there they are. Those are worth a lot of money. $17,000 at Elm Creek, and the roller coaster and Silverrun Market are both paying $14,000. It's an expensive investment, but it's definitely one you should aim for fairly quickly. You'll start making money, and you will either be able to sell, like I sell the, try that again in English here. You will either be able to sell the product to Elm Creek, or you will be able to put them towards the roller coaster. And I have tried out the Northern Sawmill just as a test. It actually produces fairly quickly, and it produces, you have to watch my video on productions, but it produces equal amounts at the same time. It's not as though turning off one production will speed up another production. You can run that sawmill flat out. Anyway, having said all that, I hope this video gives you it is by no means you have to do this type video. This is just what I would do. These are my recommendations. Hopefully you found this video useful and it gives you a good idea of a starting point in terms of productions. Like I said, if it did, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps the YouTube algorithm, and that helps the channel. We are going to take next a look at the other productions and why I say you should definitely wait on those. Thanks for watching. Take care, Jay.